don't have here. A lovely and warm welcome to the news on Hope Channel Zambia, television that changes lives. Stories making headlines. Comesa market traders cry foul over pending demolition of illegally erected stands and booths in the market. Street vendors in Kabwe resist removal from CBD as police use tear gas to manage the riot. Kawen Forest, Balmora and Palawana land developers urged to halt construction. Varying identity details hindering some citizens from accessing their partial NAPSA payment. These stories plus more are coming up shortly, to stay with us.
My wife, bumper harvest. Eh?
Daddy,
I'm telling you.
your new fertilizer. Niamini.
Eh?
Daddy,
Tell you.
Hello. My instructions.
I went to ETG, and now we are enjoying the benefits of using a blended D-compound fertilizer as basil and Kynoplus as top-dressing fertilizer instead of urea that we used last year. Now look here. This year, it has given me 4 tons. 4 tons. But last year, it was only 1.8 tons. Kynoplus has given all my crops the nitrogen that I paid for. Wow. It has saved me money. Telling you.
Understanding the difference between soil and crop-specific fertilizers, therein lies strength for Kynoplus blended fertilizers. More value in a bag. Available in the ETG depots countrywide, with a network providing agronomy services to farmers across the country. Kynoplus. Enhanced efficiency through innovation. A product of ETG.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Bright Sinkozi with the details. George Kalimukwa is our sign language interpreter. Traders at Comesa Market have expressed displeasure on government's decision to demolish 236 booths and makeshift stands in the market this coming Saturday, 4th August 2023. The traders say while they support government's decision to get rid of street vendors, it is not right for Lusaka City Council to remove traders as they do not have anywhere to go. They have since appealed to government to reconsider the decision. They say they voted for change because cadres in the previous regime mistreated them in the markets, and it's a sad development for them that now they have to go through the same experience again. Yesterday, Lusaka City Council issued a public notice that about 236 booths and makeshift stands in Commerce Market that were illegally erected will be demolished this Saturday. The Lusaka City Council has urged the traders to secure their valuables before the demolition exercise, as the authority will not be liable for any damage or loss of property. We have details in this report.
President tiganizireni maningi apa baliye politics titandaula kuli imwe atate batu mwenekera mabwera.
These booths and other makeshift stands are among the 236 to be demolished on Saturday 4th August by the Lusaka City Council in Commerce Market. The affected traders have sorrowfully expressed their displeasure.
Manje tizaenda kuti mashops yawo ayanyodula sitina kwanise kulipira iyayi kuti ndisema Zambian pamene vapisha kuno ndisema Zambian tizaenda kuti
vaza tipwanyira muno ni chani chikulu ni market muno stili panja street vendor vanapisha vafuna kuti vatipwanyire reason ikulu sivanatiuze na pa Facebook pano analemba tifuna kwa reason ikulu muno ni market mukomesa tizaenda kuti nje vantezo vota mu vantu.
These traders are pleading with authorities to reconsider this decision.
Sevena tunapunzirepo yamene I business mamene tupezera mochita tumarenti tumachani so boma imanganinepo pachani tupwanya mashopu twapapata kuti tulibe koenda ukamwala kunazula manje zaenda kuti kulibe.
In a statement released by Lusaka City Council, these booths and makeshift stands were illegally erected, hence the decision to have them demolished. Mwene Muyanga, Hope News, Lusaka.
Now, earlier today, a riot broke out in the central business district of Kawe in Central Province after some irate street vendors and bus drivers took to the streets to protest their removal from the streets by the local authority. Their removal from operating on the street follows government's recent directive to move all street vendors across the country into markets. Some pictures and videos have been shared on various social platforms showing stones and burnt tires on the streets of the CBD. Police in riot gear moved in to restore sanity as tear gas canisters were used to disperse some residents who took to the streets. According to an eyewitness who spoke to Hope News on condition of anonymity, street vendors in Kawe complied to the removal, but that bus drivers resisted and caused a riot before others joined them in protest. The source said peace has since been restored in the district after a series of running battles between the Zambia police and unruly traders and bus drivers. The Zambia police is yet to give a statement on the matter. We sincerely apologize for that. Those were pictures of the rioting traders in Kawe district of Central Province. We continue with the news. Minister of Lands and Natural Resources Elijah Mchima has warned against agents propagating propaganda in order to dupe and steal from innocent citizens who are trying to obtain land titles by referring them to the ministry's old online system, which has since been suspended. Mr. Mchima says he is aware that some people are charging clients to use the old system and dupe them of their hard-earned money. The minister has disclosed that the ministry has introduced a new online system called Zambia Integrated Land Administration System, ZILAS, replacing the old Zambia Integrated Land Management Information System, ZILMIS. Mr. Mchima says the new system is more robust, simple, and more secure to use for title deeds, acquisitions, and other land-related services. He has appealed to the media to sensitize the public on this new system so that many citizens are able to benefit from it. He has since called on members of the public to accommodate this new system.
Supposed to. They're creating double locations. Confusions and confusions. If you have seen my office, it's full of files. There are several cases. If you go to Ministry of Justice, 90% of the civil cases are originating from this ministry. We have tried very hard through Smart Zambia, through the help of Ministry of Finance, to do the best. Now the system is running and is up and running. The unfortunate thing which has come to my attention is propaganda by those agents. There is a group of agents who survived on ZILMIS, who survived on the old system. They are telling people the system is not working. And as such, they have kept on charging people. As of yesterday, someone was charging one client 600 to be shown Zampoto. Zampoto is free, except that the ministry has not done a lot of sensitization. And as such, we need to send people to all provinces. And I've invited journalists to work with us at the ministry, officers to go to provinces. But we shall also begin by going to all these important ministries, corporations, companies, to run them through. Do you know what that will bring? One, they will teach them how to use the system. Two, there will be prompt payment as they are testing. Some of their problems will be solved and they will be prompted to pay instantly. That's what has been happening in this office. Those who have walked in here, we have instigated them to pay, and they have been paying. But there are small things that are still teething in the system. We don't want to disadvantage people to pay more than what is supposed to be charged. That has been happening in certain cases. All these things, we want to relook at them and correct them. What we are doing, all this delay a bit, has been in the interest of the common person. We are saying no agents. Agents are our officials here. Nobody should be charged. Nobody should be charged for showing you how to enter some portal, how to have a Zampass.
Meanwhile, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources Elijah Mchima has urged members of the public developing properties in the Kawena forest, Moro and Palavana to halt their works until government is done with investigations on the mentioned forest. He says any activities must be suspended for now because some may have obtained land through improper channels, hence the need for government to do further investigations.
The other issue I talked about here is Kawena Forest, Bomoro, Palavana, and Munari. All those who are transacting on those areas should stop because I will soon be visiting these areas. Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. If they use crooked means, they waste their resources and funds. The Zambian people have given us mandate to work, but we are respecting the rules and games of the law. We shall not abrogate our powers, but we need to follow the right channel to resolve these issues.
You are watching the news on Hope Channel Zambia. Just now, let's take a break. More stories on the other side. Do stay with us.
Escape the winter monotony with an August pack full of variety. Discover hilarious kids content and the best of local reality shows on Top Star.
The guy likes such chicken. Have him.
For only 160 kwacha, Antenna Classic Old Dish Smart. Give your little ones the gift of joy, laughter and learning as we welcome them back home for the holidays with delightful kids shows on Cartoon Channel, ST Kids, Jim Jam and more. Start the month with the prize-winning local game show Bongwa Champs on Quacks, premiering on 6th August at 19 hours on Novella E+.
Where in the human body can the smallest bone be found?
Watch contestants put their intelligence, teamwork, and humor to the ultimate test. But there is more. Looking to spice up your weekends? Don't miss Hello Mr. Right Season 3, airing live on TV3 every Saturday at 20 hours. Cheer on your favorite couple and witness as they find love through a range of fun challenges, conflicting conversations, and plenty of romantic moments. Subscribe now. Top Star. Enjoy digital life.
Thank you so much for still staying with us. And now for the rest of the news. The Ministry of Information and Media has launched the Gifts and Benefits Policy under the National Anti-Corruption Policy aimed at preventing corruption in public and private institutions. Chief Government Spokesperson Chushi Kasanda, in a speech read on her behalf by Permanent Secretary Kenneth Kalunga, said this policy will not only enhance transparency and accountability in the administration of public resources, but also in matters of justice. The ministry has also recognized some of its hardworking employees by awarding them with certificates of hard work, 32-inch television sets and voucher of 2,000 kwacha each. And Transparency International Zambia TIZ Executive Director Maurice Nyambe said the public sector should lead in raising awareness about integrity standards and corruption prevention in the public service. Details are in this report.
The Ministry of Information and Media has officially launched Gifts, Benefits Policy and the Code of Ethics in an effort to enhance transparency and accountability in the ministry. Chief Government Spokesperson Chushi Kasanda said in a speech read on her behalf by Permanent Secretary Kenneth Kalunga, said the fight against corruption requires the participation of all stakeholders. She, however, challenged public office holders to retain public confidence and trust to the people they serve and uphold their core values.
We are the custodian of public assets and resources that the people of Zambia have entrusted to oversee on their behalf. This policy is a clear testimony of the ministry's commitment to ensure that public confidence is enhanced. The policy applies to all employees in the ministry, and I therefore call upon all employees in the ministry to lead by example, both in words and in action. All employees should therefore familiarize themselves with the content of this policy and ensure compliance with it.
Speaking at the same event, Transparency International Zambia TIZ Executive Director Mr. Maurice Nyambe said, in line with their mandate and core values of fighting corruption, has charged all employees to demonstrate great commitment and lead a corrupt-free government entity.
The Ministry of Information and Media recognizes the need to maintain a good reputation in order to promote public confidence. Therefore, clients and stakeholders must be confident in the way we carry ourselves as employees of the ministry.
The ministry further awarded their hard-working employees who received a 32-inch television set each and a voucher of 2,000 kwacha. Mr. Musa Mwanamwambwa encouraged his colleagues to continue offering best services to the government.
So I would like to thank him once again, members of staff, for the dedication and hard work, as this tells that we are working as a team, in as much as not everyone has been picked. But we would like to state that in the interim, we are setting an example for the rest of you, and that you also push yourself to the extremes and show that you are dedicated to your work as well as to your colleagues.
Mebo Chitimbiti, Hope News in Lusaka.
And finally, on our news, some members of the public have complained of having challenges with accessing their NAPSA partial withdrawal due to some national registration card challenges which were issued to numerous people. They told Hope News that they are surprised that they are bearing the same NRSC number with other people they do not even know. The affected people have been visiting the NAPSA office to inquire the possibility of them getting their benefits, but to no avail. They have since called on government to look into the matter, as the verification process with NAPSA and National Registration Office is taking longer than necessary. Meanwhile, National Pension Scheme Authority NAPSA Head of Corporate Affairs, Kefas Sinyangwe, says this has emerged from people having varying identities. He said people that are having different identities or varying identities are making it hard for NAPSA to give them their benefits, as they have to make sure they are paying the right person. He has asked members of the public to make sure that they have the same identities on their national registration cards, bank statements, and phone numbers before they go to NAPSA.
Until ban. Then Mazvat NRC got my first names Yamankala got to the winner by Margaret, in a winner Margaret. My son name Yamasian. Manja Kusta share NRC. Nishi Kava Meneunga Kan. Kusta share NRC. Nishi Vitenta was a branch because in Negatin Mawele, then winner go Lungu. Nish stitched a share NRC news. If Unkayankala. Ya yankara ine company ya mene 7 zako ya mene zo senza kuna company 7 zako kangani lungu isian manje bangazituza bonje tisha shene NRC mozi.
I was told that I'm sharing the NRC with a different person, but it has taken 4 months for them just to verify. I went to where I got my NRC in Kafue and they verified. They gave me a photocopy which is stamped with the national registration and they wrote something on it. But to my surprise, when I came here, I was told that they haven't yet responded. I was told to go to National Reg. When I went there, I was told the letter wasn't there. So I have been told to come back again at NAPSA to check in with the customer care if my letter has been submitted to National Reg. I want the government to please work on, more especially those guys from National Registration. It's like there's something that is happening there. Because every time you go there, it will take you maybe a month or 3 months.
The president himself has got good ideas to help people. But the people who are supposed to implement these issues or his ideas, they're not there. You imagine if you look at this queue which is here, people come all the way from Kaoma, they come here, NRC people, they're not doing their job. So please, those that are under the president, see arms to observe and see what his ideas are. can you jack up? Can you help? Bantu mbaba, they are lined up here. The whole data batavana good here, abaska cha, and the workers are here. 13 hours they say that went to lunch. And people have come all the way from Kaoma. Those 6 hours they're here. So to me, I think that those are under the president. Please, can you help the president?
We started the payment of pre-retirement lump sum benefit. We've gone through a very interesting period. Interesting in that we've seen a lot of revelations. We've seen a lot of things that have come out. And one of the things is that a lot of members have got their details and records in different places, sitting in different ways, in different forms and shapes. You would find that one person is different people at different places. At NAPSA is known by one name, by one identity. At the bank they are known by another identity. At the mobile network operator they are known by another identity. But when we started developing the system to enable us pay pre-retirement lump sum benefit in good time, and in one day for that matter, like we've been promising, we wanted to take advantage of this to clean up members' details. Because we knew that our members, we've been calling our members to come forth and give us their phone numbers, update their details. We've put across systems where you can go online and update your beneficiary details and everything. Unfortunately, members have a lot of members have not been forthcoming. So for us, the partial presented a very good opportunity. And that's why, for one to actually be able to sign up, we needed to have their phone number. Okay, now that phone number needed to be correctly registered with NAPSA, and for it to be correctly registered, it means it has to appear the way it appears on the NRC. And the details of a member must also tally on the system. They should be the way they appear also on the NRC.
As we end the news, let's recap on stories that made headlines. Comesa market traders cry foul over pending demolition of illegally erected stands and booths. Street vendors in Kabwe resist removal from CBD as police use tear gas to manage the riot. Kawena Forest, Baumoro and Palavana land developers urged to halt construction. And varying identity details hindering some citizens from accessing their partial NAPSA payment. This is according to NAPSA. Thank you so much for your time. On behalf of the entire studio and production team, I'm Bright Sinkozi and George Kalimukwa on sign language. Until next time, God bless and bye for now.